Don't want to see any more of our friends hurt.
Sid. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill. Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Any idea where the desert's about the fact?
What did you...
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to... And at this rate, I've tried reasoning with...
Perhaps we could...
What makes you think that...
What makes you...
She makes a fair point, Sid. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men. We hire mercenaries and have them mount...
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? We're better off using that coin to buy... And you cannot fill empty...
But what happens when they come back?
That's enough. Any more of this and I'll throw you out my... Come back when you...
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask.
Costness is in K. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supply. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of it.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Loops. These are cursed skies. The darkness is or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the sky. Perhaps we could...
I hope so.
Poor bastard. Couldn't. So, what I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid, but if left to smolder. My thoughts exactly. Both sides wish to protect their homes.
And if there's one thing banned...
What would Sid the Owl...
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is, while it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will, it may still be possible to make... Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources.
When all that fear...
It appears we have... Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince...
As you wish.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most... Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
A shop?
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants. Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Under... And while I applaud your endeavors to... Which means that now, if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those...
All right. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the...
It appears I have no choice but to do what they thought.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded that a band of beardless youths could better?
Absolutely not. We'll show those I
can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the... And there's a reason why I had you...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Good news. Both Conrad and Natal with time.
Time no longer...
I take it you're scared.
Technically, it would be the band, all of them.
You're not sick.
They don't just want food.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in very well. The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Mistakes I concede are...
That is a lot of faith to put...
Then it will be for us to...
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as...
And we will...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Let there be light! Stay down!
Get him! Too slow. Get him! Attack! Over here! I'm not dead yet.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment. First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he's...
Can I interest you in some plater, mate? Or perhaps,
Do you see anything you like? I do like a customer who knows what he wants. I'll be here if you need me.
I saw it with my own eyes.
If there are ghosts in the Royal Meadows, then why isn't the garrison dealing with them?
4 left for more on the captain's orders.
I can't do it. I can't.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. They've taken some...
Her cash.
And what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for...
We could leave. The two soldiers were carrying enough.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the... What more would you...
I would have you do your duty, and protect them I shall. In case you have forgot more than that, they are your your sisters, so you have a choice.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here.
What we have left...
Not if we don't have to. I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly.
It was a noble, but I thought you might still need some support.
Oh, like you'd. The way the survivors speak of them. And perhaps...
That thing, it took off the
Did you see the
creature? They came out of nowhere.
Do you remember what?
On the road from Oriflamme.
It's all right. It's all right.
Leave me, Paul. My family. They're still in the camp.
You're a pikeman, yeah?
I've got family and more. And a pack of them glowing.
Leave that to her.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan? We need to find out.
It was all they could do to escape.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive, look!
I see them. With me! You're finished! Over here!
Should I prime?
No. Save your strength. Over here! That's all right.
Get him! To me, Flames! All yours, Torgal!
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Now me, I never needed convincing, and the people I love.
Handsome and...
Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not fool, but it has...
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wandering palace from all our friends. How is it you always...
Lurkers, any word of...
the nations.
Right.
Clive, now's the time.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive! It's Gav! There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
There's barely been a shipment in since the sky started boiling.
Oh, the moon. Seems the highway's lost its way.
Here,
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing. Thank you. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen.
I've never been so.
A fried mortress of recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like only.
Ivan said the recipe's in the culinary pilgrimage date back.
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you, kindly old fella?
Fine. And if he does?
You do.
Do you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Rutherford. Why would he be in Martha's room?
What am I gonna do? But numb.
Is everything all right? You seem...
Oh, I think...
It's all right.
Focus saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroat. She'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd...
Don't worry.
Oh, you'll let me know?
Of course. Lady Karen.
Not nearly as foul.
You're...
Can't complain. What exactly? Not once, in fact.
just... asking. Out of interest. All right.
Oh.
All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? Look, I've done things, but that woman...
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was, no.
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, and that I was along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done...
Oh, I knew none. But why would people say...
No, but people do things...
Well, that traitor. So that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that...
Oh, well...
Seems the highway.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you could...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and my first thought was that they'd taken them off, which almost certainly...
Perhaps of...
I don't like to imagine that they were in the atrium.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, that young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's...
That's actually why I'm here.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois dealt... Now, Skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the Wyvern.
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very colour of the sea.
So we know where to look for.
Saint's bonnet, in contemporary parlance. A herb which grows along the north. I gather that one can locate the chief, I may add.
Meaning that...
Best of luck, Clark, and...
I heard the Emperor was impaled.
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said. The best...
Well then, your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be, You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the...
I do! But these aren't for frying bang... But what if I wanted to wait?
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must... This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel.
I have. Miss Middledole's dungeon is full of...
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things...
I remember the arm moved. When I tried...
Not my fault. You should...
You know what part's supposed to move, so... Let's put the pieces together first.
Not a bad idea. So...
I think we've got...
Then here's what we'll do.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. We're Miss Mid...
Her hairs.
Yeah. Hairs for the future.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledole.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
We sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and North.
Cole told us everything that happened. It's a bit of a worry that both the Republican and Imperial armies are in this.
Did you see that?
Will we ever see the sun again? Seems the hideaway.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no,
Thankfully she won, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so I shall see that the children...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them follow in her...
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much
She told me it was because her
No, it isn't. The university, to anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, but that should come as no surprise. She's only
Which explain. She's working to give them a better life.
You've given them far more than... If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should brush up on some of them myself.
Good morrow to you, my friend. With the darkening. But be that as it may. I have a few new notes that might interest you. You wish to study the tomes? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Fly, Ambrosia! We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
They deserve a rest. Get him! Over here! This one! Sickle! Go to
Slow. Get him. This one. Go, Torgal. Get him. Too slow. Over here. Nice try. This one. All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal. Get him. Now, Torgal.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You're injured. What happened here?
It swallowed. There's a village. We can't.
I'll go. Rest well, son. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there. Let's go.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
I got here in time.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor?
Is...
He was right to send you. Tabor is safe, thanks to you. You seem...
You must have...
Wait... That scar... Son of a whore. You're Sid.
I was there, in Cosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath?
I know how hard they are to keep. Would you...
No. Lord Kupka told us of your...
Man. Like you or any...
I am nothing. Just know.
Fly, Ambrosia.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
That'll do, girl.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who am I? Is that blade for...
Figuratively,
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a Dread Evis, our aggressive beast.
Do you want...
Eventually, yeah. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing. Bring me that beast.
All right.
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. I eagerly await.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing.
No.
Your Grace.
It's a canva, then.
We'll talk about... Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Welcome, welcome. Of course. A fine choice.
Careful how you pack that leather.
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university.
The university?
A specialist in ancient... In my heyday. No, the answers are what you do alone.
Climb the stair.
And... the three of them, to be precise. I'm here, in the... Namely...
I can't promise...
Remember...
It's the scraps you... You're after?
Thanks. Can't do without leather if I'm to polish it.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mister?
That mark. You must be Lord Rosfield. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lord. I, too, am a member of the cause, though I spend most of my time hunting. For the good of the village, you understand. The soil is poor here, so the people sup mostly on meat and blood. The hides, meanwhile, they make into leather, and then into gill.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
How are those new boots treating you?
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Devon.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you, madam?
I'm sure I can find you something.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
The engravings were in...
Oh, what? Come. Let's...
Guardians of the Crystal. I'm pretty...
Fascinating. It would... But... Oh, the...
Wanderers of the Golden Play, or...
No doubt you're right. This is...
Children of the Hunters. That's all three.
And so, we have 3 engravings. 1 for each Guardians of the Mother Crystal. One little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Nonetheless...
Too many stairs.
Ah!
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic.
Beneath the flood, yes.
The Undying are at your service, my lord. As bearer of the to which end, alas? Indeed. And it was here, an unfortunate truth. The history of our... Naturally. So you see. Go safely, my lord.
free cities under siege?
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect...
There are horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors will kill you.
Fly, Ambrosia!
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Over here! Second! Get him!
You make it look easy.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.